Hi friends, this is Jamie. I want to welcome you to my channel today. I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. Today I am going to be doing the Hues of Color collab that I have been doing this year with my fellow colorists, Johanna, and we have Sara from Chronic Coloring Down Under, and did I say that right, Sara? And then Rhys from Rhys's Coloring Creations. I believe that's right. We are doing every other month. We do the Hues of Color collab project, and you guys are more than welcome to join. This month is back to school colors, and I think Johanna and Sara have theirs out already, and I'll have their links down in the description box below, as well as Rhys's a link. And you can see the other ones Rhys has done in the past. And I was trying to think, what is a good back to school color palette? And I searched back to school color palettes on Pinterest, and there were several different ones that I liked. This is the one I decided that I liked the best, because I don't know, something about back to school time, I think, has a lot of blues in it, and navy blue. To me, navy blue is a back to school color. So we have like a navy blue here. This kind of looks like a periwinkle blue. This is a turquoise, a yellow, and this is like a sunset orange. So it's not like a traditional red, blue, and yellow thing. It's a little different because we're going into fall. But it's not a full-blown fall palette. It's almost like fall and summer combined created this palette, which I think is awesome. I was also trying to decide what coloring page to do, and after thinking about it for some time, I decided, oh, this is my daughter's coloring book. I decided I could do this PDF. This PDF I got on Etsy. The artist name is, I think, Chihiro Shimomi, I think, is the artist's name. I'll leave the link to this particular PDF down in the description box below if you want to color it. And you're probably thinking, what does that have anything to do with school? Because it's like there's nothing school related on here. Well, something about this picture struck me as imaginative and imaginatory and all that stuff, and kind of like what you get when you read a book. And when I have little ones and they're starting to read and learn the enjoyment of reading, and it reminds me, I don't know if you guys remember, there used to be a show called Reading Rainbow on TV, and when they opened a book, it was like a whole new world of discovery and imaginative thinking, and it helped kids basically explore what you could in a book. And to me, this looks like something that somebody, some child, thought up in their head, or something after learning to read. And learning to read, you learn to read at school. And so I thought, you know, this would be fun to do. And I have a second grader, and you know, right now they're learning to read, learning to write, learning those basic core things. Like, they already know their ABCs, but now they're really starting to learn the core things that develop the imagination process. And I just thought this was a really cute page, and I decided I would do it in this palette, which is fun because it's not a typical rainbow palette, and there's rainbows in here, and there is a little boy in here, and there's dogs, and normally we see little girls and kitties. So I thought that was another thing that's a little bit different than what we normally see. And I also noticed that this page is very busy, and a lot of times people stay away from really busy stuff because it can be intimidating. And I thought it would be a good idea to do a page that may seem a little intimidating, but you can color and make it look very fun and cute. So what I wanted to try to do is use ultrafines, because there's a lot of little tiny pieces in this page, as you can see. And I have my Arteza ultrafine markers that I showed in a haul. I'm gonna do the best to match my colors. And in case I don't have the colors in this, I also have my Bic ultrafines, and I need to get more of these. I'm running low. I absolutely love these. They're alcohol marker or permanent marker, so they're not water-based. I just love using ultrafine permanent markers. They're one of my favorite things to use. I bet you anything this orange will work for the orange. Let's see if we can swatch out some colors that are going to work for our page. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good to me for the orange. I know the Bics don't have this color yellow. That's why I wanted to pull one of these. I think banana yellow from the Arteza probably be the best. It's a little brighter than I want, but a lemon yellow is going to be too bright, so we'll just use that. Call it good. There's like a turquoise color, maybe in this one, possibly. Not in the neon set. Let me look in the Bics. Got this one. I think that's too blue. I'm trying to see if I can find this one as like alleged blue or something like that. But the caps don't match the colors in this, so nope, that's true, like a too true blue. This probably has a green cap. That one's green. That's green too. Maybe a light green cap. Maybe it didn't come with that one. We have two other options that it could possibly be. It's not that. It's not that. Huh. Okay. Maybe we're going to be exploring different ones, or maybe I put it in this bucket. That one looks closer to that color. It's still pretty green. Possibly this one. There, that's better. The joys of doing all this lovely stuff. And then this blue, I think I have in the Bics. I think it's the same as Blue Sky's blue. This does feel low. It makes me a little nervous, but it'll be okay. Do I have a navy blue? I used to have a navy blue. This looks kind of purpley. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's see. I used to have a navy blue, but I used it all. Says there's a navy blue in this one. There, we'll use that. This one's a little lighter, but that's okay. I think that's as good as we're gonna get with my trying to match. And with this being cardstock, I don't think we're gonna worry about too big of a bleed through. Yeah, see how it doesn't really shadows a little, but there's not massive bleed through because this is 120-pound cardstock from Walmart. So I think we're good. Yeah, that's gonna be our palette. So one little look at that palette if you want to take a picture, and you can do this similar palette if you're interested. And we'll get started. Let me just make sure I'm in frame. Let's zoom up since this is a tight little picture. There we go. It's not very straight on my desk, but there we go. We'll just get started. I am going to use, for his skin tone, I do want to use a skin tone color though. So I'm just going to pull one of those. I'm just sliding this under just in case. I'm not worried about my ultrafines bleeding onto my mat, but this might bleed my skin tone. I'm just going to take a chance and see how this goes. This is an Arctic's skin tone marker. Looks kind of pink, doesn't it? And I have an inkjet printer, so I printed this off 3 days ago. So it had more than enough time for the ink to dry on the paper, but it still might smear a little since it's not a laser jet. But I'll do what I can. And try not to go over the lines too much with this particular marker. Yeah, I was trying to think, oh, I should find a page with a school bus, or find a page with some books or writing or things that have to do with school. And I just kept coming back to this picture. I think I came back to this picture like 6 times. And I think it's just because of that whole imaginative thinking thing. I just feel like a lot of times when I think of school, I think teachers and school in general helps you to dive into your imagination, helps you to become what you want to be when you grow up, helps you with so many things. And something about this just screams imaginative to me. If you ever watched Reading Rainbow, it's an old show. Maybe it was made in the 70s, I'm not sure. I was born in the 80s, so just to give you an idea of when I was watching it. I was watching it in elementary school, and we went on lots of field trips to the museum and the aquarium, and we did lots of different field trips where you had to use your imagination. And now they have places like discovery museums and things like that, which is really cool. I'm thinking I'm gonna do his hair orange because that is part of the palette. And I just thought, you know, this would be a fun thing to do. A page that strikes off, helps us strike into our imaginative world and our creativity world, which started for a lot of us in our school years, in our grammar school years, elementary years, things like that. Who we wanted to be, what we wanted to become. We got introduced to mechanics and sciences and art and literature and just so many things. And this little boy in this picture, he's like invented this cool little machine. He loves animals, it looks like. He's got quite a few dogs, so maybe he wants to be a veterinarian when he grows up. Maybe he wants to invent things. It's just something about this artist's work. If you check out the Etsy store, there's sorry, there's a lot of imaginative thinking. I'm just taking the yellow and blending this out a little. So there's a little bit of yellow, and I'm not like coloring perfect in the lines. I'm just trying to create like a little bit of a glow. Maybe I'll put a little bit in the hairline because, yeah, why not? And how about some blue glasses? I don't know how far we'll get on this today, but I'm not really stressing about, oh, I need to do shading and all that. I'm just coloring with our colors. Now, I am gonna probably cheat just because I don't want his sunglasses to be so dark inside. I'm gonna cheat and use a light color for that. Hope you guys don't mind, but I'll try to keep it like in our range. This is just a light teal color from the Arteza. So there we go. I'm not. Maybe I'll leave this out for the clouds so we don't look like we have rain clouds going on. But yeah. I want to give him a yellow scarf. And I thought it would be a good idea to use these Artezas because I haven't seen a lot of them on channels, people using them. I've seen a lot of people use Bics, but not a lot of people have used these Artezas, and I thought maybe you guys would be interested to see how these Arteza permanent markers perform. And of course they're going to perform really well on this particular paper because this is cardstock. And it's a very smooth cardstock, so yeah. I'm just going over the shadows a little bit with this orange. As you can see, I'm not pulling in any other colors, I'm just using the palette that we have. Give him a little bit of a fire to him. And I'm going to use my yellow, and maybe we can blend it out so it's not as bright of an orange, but kind of feather it out a little. But if not, that's okay. He looks pretty cool. Cool dude. Yeah. My children's first day of school seemed to go well. There wasn't any complaining necessarily from my children. My daughter was, she got herself worked up pretty good the first day of school in the morning. She ended up throwing up, actually, getting sick. And I think she was just nervous. She must take after her mother. She must get anxiety. But she went and everything turned out fine. This is actually day 2 of school, and they're at school right now. I want to keep an eye on the time because just as soon as I like get started, all of a sudden I have this feeling like the bus will show up and I'll have to hurry and run, you know. But such a mom's life. It is what it is. Yeah. I remember when I was a little girl, my daughter's age, they did this thing at school, what you wanted to be when you grew up. So I'll ask you guys, what do you want to be when you grow up? Yeah, we all have we are grown up, more or less, but maybe you still have that ambition of what do you want to be? What did you want to be when you were a little kid? I remember when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a ballerina. You know how when you're really little you have your doctors, your astronauts, your ballerinas, you know, those kind of things. I wanted to be a ballerina. And the harsh reality is Jamie is very short and stocky. I've been that way my whole life. Yeah, right now I think I'm 5'3", and yeah, I don't think that's ever going to be in my cards to be a professional ballerina. But when I was a little girl, that's what little girls were, ballerinas. And I remember my mother signed me up to take ballet when I was little. And yeah, that was a funny episode. This is just going off of what my mom said. She said that when I was in the studio, she went to kind of check on me, and all these little girls were, you know, doing their little ballet thing, and they were all dressed cute and all this stuff, and she's looking for me, and she sees me by the bar, the ballet bar, and my leg is on the bar, but because I'm trying to copy the other girls, but I'm so short that my other leg can't touch the ground, so I'm literally hanging on the bar in the ballet studio. Yeah, needless to say, I'm not built for the ballerina body, but you know, every kid has their dream. My daughter, she says she wants to be a veterinarian, and now she's kind of saying that she wants to be a YouTuber like mom, and I'm like, well, you can do other things too. And she goes, I guess I'll just be a mom. Yeah. Don't know what she'll be when she grows up, but she's a good little girl. My son, he's gonna be 11, and he's just concerned about his Minecraft world. He doesn't know what he wants to be or anything, and that's fine too. But going back to reading and having imagination and things like that, when I was little, it was very much so the feeling of the world is your oyster, or I know there's several ways that you can say it, but you can turn a box into a spaceship. You can do anything if you set your mind to it, and a lot of times you get these ideas from books, which is great. I haven't been on YouTube for a little bit because we've been busy trying to squeeze every little ounce of summer left and do things. We went to the aquarium, we went to the zoo, we went and rode a Ferris wheel, We tried to do lots of family things, and then it came time for back to school shopping. And as all parents know this, it's not fun. It's not like going on Amazon and buying coloring books, for example. Whoever thinks back to school shopping is fun, I don't know how you do it, because it's always a struggle for me, honestly. Finding things that fit, dealing with the crowds, dealing with the sales, and if you buy things online, chances are you're going to be returning them because they didn't fit your child, and if you can't return them, then you're screwed and you spent $700 on stuff you didn't really need. Yeah. So, needless to say, I think back to school shopping is not a fun thing. At least it's not to me. But yeah, it was one of those things that it was like, I can't believe how expensive things are in this world today. So when I look at a coloring book and it's, say, $20, it might seem expensive, but then yet when I go back to school shopping and I see for one t-shirt is $25 for a kid, it's like, oh, you like choke. It's like, are you serious? Yeah. And that's like Walmart pricing. We're not even like going into the stores of like name brands and things like that. Yeah. Totally gave me a little shocker. As you can see, I'm not really like overly shading or anything, and you could obviously color this with pencils, but I'm not. I'm just kind of doing my thing. I'm trying to decide if I should cheat and color my dog a regular color, or if I should make my dog a different color. And I'm thinking maybe I should let my dog actually be brown, even though it's not in our color palette. Just look at the time here. Oh, we're still good. Let's see. Maybe I'll do that. Just because I don't want the dogs to stand out like, holy cow, they don't work with this. So I'm not gonna do anything to draw their attention. I just want very basic. This is part of the Arctic's skin tones as well. This is like number 301. They came in like a really clever box, but I don't have that box anymore. I just added them to my other markers. I tend to do that. If you're ever curious about outlining your work and you're nervous it's going to bleed out, use water-based markers on top of alcohol markers and you'll have more control. Or use your ultrafines. My favorite markers in the world, the ultrafines. I'm going to take this brown ultrafine and I noticed the colors in this palette are very boy-like colors. Like there's no pinks or purples or anything like that. So maybe that's another reason why I was swayed to use them. And this artist actually provides a lot of sketchy line, little line work in there. So you can just outline where that line work is, and it looks really cute. Let me see. Oh, we're kind of crooked, but it's okay. It's okay. We're good. Let's see here. Steering wheel. Should we give him yellow steering wheel? There's a lot of blue next to that, so I just want to avoid. Such a cool little car he has here. And I'm doing a lot of straight coloring too, which is good. I'm gonna just do no, I'm just thinking aloud. Go make it orange. I have my dishwasher going on in the background. So if you can hear something, that's my dishwasher. And since this is like a glass element, I am kind of going to cheat and use that light color like we did in the sunglasses to go over that, which actually is in the same family as the turquoise. It's just lighter. So I'm going right over everything I colored. Just like that. And give a nice little thing, and we can add some white gel pen here where they've given us the, let's see if we can get this to work a little bit better. A little bit there, and if you wanted to make it a little fun, you could take a silver sparkly gel pen. It doesn't have to be this kind, it could be any kind, and you can go over the lines with a little bit of the sparkle. I mean, because this is his imagination, so why not, right? And I'm just kind of creating a shell with the sparkle. Now when it's all dry, you could go over that with the glossy accents, like I could do this in the sunglasses too. You could do white in here too, but that makes it kind of sparkle. Oh, let's just do this. So it gives the appearance of a little glass object. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here since we're at over 35 minutes, and I'll continue coloring our little guy in his imaginative world that maybe he created by reading a book. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you this is your first time clicking on my channel, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and it helps show your support for me and the channel. And I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. And like I said, I'm going to leave the link for this particular page down in the description box below. This artist has tons of gorgeous work. This is actually not a busy one compared to some of the other ones that are on the Etsy store. But yeah, I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I will see you guys next time. And have fun, friends. Bye.